You trust them. You talk to them every day. You share your plans, your worries, your life. But what if the person closest to you is quietly shaping your decisions, draining your energy, and benefiting from your blind spots? Most danger does not arrive loudly. It arrives comfortably, smiling, agreeing, and listening. If something in your circle has felt off, but you could never explain why, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you will see patterns you can never unsee. And once you see them, your life changes permanently. You are closer to danger than you think. And the unsettling truth is that you welcomed it into your life willingly. Not through force, not through fear, but through comfort, familiarity, and routine. You talk to them daily. You trust them. You share meals, ideas, emotions, and silence with them. You believe this is connection, but what if it is exposure? What if every laugh, every confession, every moment of comfort is quietly teaching someone how to access you, influence you, and eventually weaken you? Most people imagine threat as something loud, aggressive, or obvious, but real danger does not announce itself. It blends in. It listens carefully. It agrees with you. It makes you feel understood. This is not paranoia. This is pattern recognition. Long before modern psychology, thinkers understood that harm rarely arrives wearing a warning label. It arrives as support, kindness, agreement, and shared identity. The unsettling part is not that these people exist, it is that they thrive closest to us. You are watching this because something already feels off. A subtle drain, an unspoken tension, a quiet exhaustion after certain conversations. You cannot explain it, but your instincts know. This video is not about fear, it is about awareness. Because once you see these patterns, you can never unsee them. And if you miss even one of them, the cost is time, energy, clarity, and peace. The first pattern is the silent scorekeeper, the person who gives too much too quickly without being asked. Their generosity feels warm, but it is strategic. Every favor becomes an unspoken expectation. Over time, you feel pressure to comply, to respond, to adjust yourself to avoid disappointing them. This is not kindness, it is leverage. Healthy support does not demand loyalty, payment, or obedience. The moment generosity creates guilt, something has shifted. The second pattern is the rapid confessor, someone who shares deeply immediately, drawing you into emotional intimacy before trust is earned. This creates a sense of bonding, but it bypasses safety. When someone rushes closeness, they are not building connection, they are collecting information. True trust grows slowly and respects boundaries. The third pattern is constant chaos. There are people whose lives are a continuous emergency, not because life is unfair, but because they refuse responsibility. Their presence slowly reshapes your world into their crisis. Your time, energy, focus, and emotional bandwidth begin orbiting their problems. This is not compassion, this is erosion. The fourth pattern is constant agreement. Someone who mirrors your opinions, values, and emotions perfectly. This feels validating, but it removes friction. Growth requires honesty, not reflection. When someone never challenges you, they are not aligned, they are concealed. The fifth pattern hides behind morality. They frame criticism as care and judgment as guidance. Their words feel constructive, but leave you smaller, doubting, and apologizing. This is not improvement, this is control. The sixth pattern claims neutrality. They avoid choosing sides, even when values are violated. This is not peacekeeping, this is self-preservation at your expense. Silence in moments of clarity is not maturity, it is permission. The seventh pattern is the most subtle. It looks like admiration. They study you, adopt your style, echo your ideas, and follow your path. At first, it feels flattering, then competitive, then invasive. This is not inspiration, this is identity erosion. And if you're wondering why these patterns feel familiar, it's because they don't enter by force, they enter through permission. And here's the uncomfortable loop. You are not watching this to identify them, you are watching this to understand why they stay. And that answer changes everything.
You do not attract these dynamics by accident. They respond to signals, and the strongest signal is unprotected access. When you give too much, explain too often, rescue too quickly, or seek validation externally, you create an environment where unhealthy dynamics thrive. The need to be needed draws in chaos. The fear of being alone tolerates compromise. The desire for approval welcomes agreement without honesty. This is not a flaw, it is conditioning, and conditioning can be undone. Awareness is the beginning, but awareness without action changes nothing. The shift begins when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop oversharing, when you stop rescuing people who are not seeking change, when you stop seeking permission to protect your peace. This is not cruelty, this is clarity. Boundaries are not walls, they are filters. Healthy relationships pass through effortlessly. Unhealthy ones resist and retreat. That resistance tells you everything. The moment you change the dynamic, the illusion breaks. People who benefited from your availability will feel confused, uncomfortable, or offended. This is not proof that you are wrong. It is proof that something unhealthy has ended. You do not owe access to anyone. You do not owe explanations for self-respect, and you do not owe comfort to those who disrupt your balance. Detachment does not require confrontation. Silence can be a complete sentence. Distance can be decisive. You do not need to announce growth. You embody it. And as you do, something strange happens. The noise fades. The urgency disappears. The constant emotional traffic clears. And in that quiet, something new emerges, space. And space invites clarity. Clarity invites strength. Strength attracts alignment, and alignment replaces chaos with consistency. The absence you feel is not loss, it is recovery. You are reclaiming time, thought, energy, and presence. And here is the loop most people miss. When you stop tolerating misalignment, you begin to notice how much of your life was shaped by it. Your decisions, your mood, your self-image, even your goals may have been influenced by people who never intended your growth. This realization can be uncomfortable, but discomfort is the cost of truth, and truth always simplifies. Once the fog lifts, the patterns become obvious. You no longer need to analyze every interaction. You feel it immediately. Calm does not confuse, safety does not drain, and respect never demands self-abandonment. The shift is subtle but permanent, and once it happens, you cannot go back to unawareness, which is why this is not entertainment, this is initiation. Now comes the part most people avoid, looking inward, the final pattern, the one that enables all others, the version of you that ignored intuition, rationalized discomfort, and stayed silent to avoid disruption. Growth requires accountability without self-punishment. You were not weak, you were untrained, and training begins now. You train discernment by slowing access. You train confidence by trusting silence. You train self-respect by choosing alignment over approval. This does not isolate you, it refines your circle. The fear of emptiness is temporary. What replaces it is depth. You do not need many connections, you need clean ones. You need conversations that energize, not deplete. Presence that grounds, not destabilizes. Support that encourages independence, not dependence. And when you begin living this way, the right people recognize it instantly. They do not rush, they do not test boundaries, they do not drain. They add clarity, momentum, and mutual respect. This is not fantasy, this is alignment. And alignment requires courage. The courage to walk away from what feels familiar but costs too much. The courage to be misunderstood. The courage to sit alone long enough to hear yourself clearly. And here is the final loop. If something in this message unsettled you, it is because a pattern has already been activated. Awareness always arrives before change. You noticed the friction before the explanation. You felt the discomfort before the language. That is intuition returning. And once intuition is restored, manipulation loses power. This is the shift from reaction to mastery, from access to authority, from survival to direction. And it begins the moment you decide that peace is not negotiable.
You are not here by coincidence, and this message reached you at the exact moment it needed to. The patterns discussed are not meant to create fear, but freedom. You do not need to remove people aggressively or dramatically. You only need to remove access. What does not align will leave on its own, and what belongs will remain without force. This is not about control over others. It is about sovereignty over self. When you protect your energy, your time, and your boundaries, life reorganizes around you. The noise fades, the clarity sharpens, and the version of you that emerges is calmer, stronger, and harder to disturb. This is not isolation, it is elevation. And once you experience it, you will never again confuse attention with connection or comfort with safety. Look around your table quietly and choose accordingly.